Welcome to the final episode in our Regal Princess Seacation cruise vlogs. And stay tuned until the end, where you'll find out whether our first Princess cruise was a hit or a miss.
Good morning!
Morning.
Last day on Regal Princess, so we're very sad about that. But we have had a very exciting morning, haven't we?
We've had a bit of a whirlwind 24 hours on the morning.
We have. We got up early and set the alarm because our interview that we mentioned yesterday on GB Live News was being aired just after 8. So we watched that, which was quite exciting, wasn't it? Seeing ourselves on telly. So that's exciting. And then straight after that, we joined Radio Gloucestershire and had a chat with Steve Kitchen, one of the DJs there, just about Oliver cruising and how it's being back to sea. So that was good, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes. So that's quite a good start to the day.
And just like this, I barely managed to get a word in edgeways.
I get a bit excited, don't I? I need to just calm down.
I've been telling her that for 25 minutes, but she'll listen.
It's exciting though, isn't it?
It is exciting.
Yes. But anyway, so back to the Regal Princess. We've had another lovely night's sleep, and actually, if you look out here, the weather's been pretty rubbish. It's looking better now, but you can see that even the seats blown forward. Well, not blown forward, but the rest, what do you call it, the back of the chair. But overnight we were doing a bit of rock and rolling, weren't we?
Yeah,
but we like that, don't we? We're not adverse to a bit of rocking and rolling in bed. And these beds are very comfortable.
It's like insert punchline here,
yes.
With that, isn't it, really? But
anyway,
I prefer it not to be rolling around in the bed with.
Well, it's not that. It was just a gentle little.
You were snoring the whole
time. Well, I slept very well. Anyway, we're going to head for breakfast now. We're going to go back to the main dining room because with John, it's with Paul's dad. We're travelling with him. It's so much easier to not easier.
Well, I'm with my sister as well.
It's just very civilised. You get to a table. We're in a buffet, walking around, helping yourself is a bit more complicated when you've got mobility issues, isn't it? So we're going to head there now. So I've gone for a little country breakfast, which looks absolutely fantastic. Paul's gone large. 2 Danishes, and look at all that.
Well, I've got the same breakfast as you, but I've just had a couple of
additions.
Minor alterations.
Oh, enjoy. Oh, look at that egg. Perfect.
With breakfast done, we decided to spend our last morning relaxing in the beautiful piazza. With classical music gently playing in the background, it's a great place to enjoy the views and people watch. Right, we'd love to show you the wonderful food we've just had in the buffet, but we ate it before we took any pictures. But I have to say, absolutely superb. I've just had a most amazing chicken tikka masala. The fries are amazing, but now it's on to something that's been rumoured to be the best at sea, and that's Princess cookies.
Yes, and Latisse Aka, also known as Emma Cruises, says that these are the best. So, it's a taste test from Crawley Morgan.
It is. What I don't like now is already I'm molding the camera and I'm not doing the tasting.
Oh, that's good. Moist. Crunchy. John wants one. Sorry, John, they're all mine. All mine.
Is that a dolphin, Heather?
Oh, funny. Is that a dolphin?
And look at the view you get. No dolphins though.
No dolphin.
But just
one of the
cookies
biscuits
gone.
left with the bite taken out.
So, we have just had a very late lunch in Horizon, and at the back of Horizon is Outrigger Bar, which we are here now, right at the aft of the ship. And we've got some lovely comfy settees.
It's a little tad on the breezy side.
Yeah, but it's not raining, so it's good. So we're going to go upstairs because we think there's a little pool up there, don't we?
I don't think there is.
Well, we know there's a pool somewhere. We think it's one up. So we'll take you up there now. Oh, is it very warm? No.
It's not freezing, but it's not great.
Ah, so this is where it is.
it's our last day, we decided to head off and do a little bit more exploring.
The gymnasium. Somewhere we always say we're going to come. And we never do we, Paulie Morgan? One day we may. We could go round and watch the telly. I prefer to do a little jog. Oh, they've got a little exercise room as well. Very comprehensive, isn't it, Paul? You got any free weights? Yes, and free weights there. God, did you see that? What did you say, Paul?
I said, let's take you shopping.
Yes.
Before I change my mind.
We're going shopping. Woo!
I'm pleased to announce that on our shopping trip, Carole actually couldn't find anything she liked, so we managed to leave with all our money intact.
There's the promenade deck here, Paulie, by the look. So let's have a look, even though I know it's really windy. But I wanted to just check out deck closed. But there is a small promenade deck, but it is tiny. But it's obviously very windy out there, so we're not able to get out there at the moment. So here's the Princess Live Cafe. It's a little bar that's got some seats opposite. And then there's the Princess Live. So I don't know, is there anything going on there at the moment, Paulie? They have sort of game shows and stuff, so we don't want to go and interrupt anyone if they are. But we can look through the window. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in there, but we don't want to interrupt them. But it's like a little studio, isn't it, where they have another place, game shows and quizzes and things like that. And then we get to the wheelhouse, but it's also over there is the Crown Grill, which is one of the specialty restaurants. You can see here, it's $29 a person. This is the menu.
You kind of copied my accent. Was I? Did I something? You did. You did.
This is us here, and that's our cabin there. The one brilliant thing though about the Ocean Medallion, well, there's quite lots of good things. It's still got some glitches, hasn't it, Paulie? It's been a bit, what would you call it?
Hit and miss.
Hit and miss, yes. So it's obviously work in progress, which is fine. Early days, so and we're not very much into technology, so it doesn't really bother us. But what's nice, I've got my Ocean Medallion in my bag, and as soon as we get near to the cabin, the door automatically opens, and I think that is just genius, isn't it, Paul?
We've opened up 57 other doors while we've been walking
No,
over.
we haven't. No, it's really good.
I think Yeah, maybe we need to embrace technology more, but I like the, the human touch rather than.
Well, what we've had on this cruise is fabulous service, and we've had some fantastic banter, and ordering a drink on the app, yes, the person still has to serve it to you, but actually ordering it with a human, having that banter, getting to know people, going to the same bars, that's part of cruising, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, that's a bit,
Yeah, and I think.
enjoy lots of aspects, but I think
Yeah.
we've got some friendly staff that.
And we always have lots of stupid questions, so dealing with humans is always good. And particularly with your dad, because we've been travelling with Paul's dad on his mobility scooter, as you can see in the distance, and he loves that, doesn't he? Yeah. He loves a chat. I'm not saying just because they've got an app you can't talk to staff, of course you can. But rather than looking at screen all the time, it's good to have that face-to-face contact. So I told you it was a long way.
Bit my step coach.
Yeah.
With extra a few chips tonight.
We're back to. We've been loving our food in the Concerto restaurant, and we've got a fabulous waiter called Susanna and Anton. So that's where we're going to go again tonight. And the food's always been different. So here we are. Walk towards the door. And it's unlocked. Look at my face is there. It's gone next. Paul's open the door. Oh. Right then, so we've had another nap, haven't we, Paulie?
We have.
But suddenly look, it's that time. Case time.
It's case time.
Yeah, so Paulie's just going to put that out.
Get the honours.
Yeah. So the cases on Regal Princess have to be out of your cabin by 10 p.m. So we're just gonna, it's nearly 7 o'clock now, we're just getting ready to go out for dinner, so we're just gonna put it out now so we don't have to worry about it. And what we always do, well not what we've always done, but what we've done the last couple of, is we've got that little case there which is really easy to wheel. So what I tend to do is any bits and bobs, so that we've got change of clothes, we've got all our bits in the bathroom, and if we forget that something's in a drawer or whatever, we've got something, a receptacle to put them all in.
Yes, it's the new regime.
Yes, we're getting organised, aren't we? After 23 cruises, we're actually getting quite good.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as that.
I'm sure there's something else we forget. Anyway, we're going to go back to the Concerto dining room. I got it right after 4 days. Yes. Concerto.
That's what you're going to go with?
That's what it is. So we're going to go back down because we've had fantastic food there. We've thoroughly enjoyed it all. We haven't done any specialty dining on this cruise, specifically to see if is there enough food on Princess to keep us happy. And you know we like to eat, and the answer is oh yes, isn't it? We've loved every evening. The food's different. The service is just amazing. Yeah, so we've not been disappointed at all.
Not at all.
So let's go there now. So our last Princess dinner, isn't it?
Not ever, though.
Not ever, no, not ever. Just this time. So I'm thinking either the watermelon and feta cheese and the Waldorf salad with Stilton mousse. Either one of those for starters. What about you, Paul?
I'm going to have
One of the Princess favourites, are you?
I'm either going to have the shrimp cocktail, which I haven't had
Yeah.
thus far, or I might go full fatty. And have,
Fatty.
and have a main dish as a starter and have the pasta.
Are you? What, you're going to have the fettuccine Alfredo for a starter? And then, Paul, you're going to go for the surf and turf for main?
Oh, yeah. Well, I probably won't eat for a week when I go.
Yeah, okay. I'm toying with the Asian noodles or the surf and turf. Lots of choice for sure, isn't there?
Yeah, lovely.
So my Waldorf salad's arrived, and Paul and John have asked for prawn cocktail. And we must do it when we've had it before. There's been some sauce in there, but not loads. So Paul's asked for extra sauce. So always remember, if you're in a restaurant and there's something particular that you want, or you want it slightly different, don't be frightened to ask.
Frightened to ask, they can only say no.
But they never do, though, do they? No. So that's just a little tip.
Big
so,
sauce.
Big sauce.
So I'm going to need an extra bread roll now, because otherwise I go to waste.
So the Asian noodles have arrived and they smell delicious. And Paul has got his serve.
Pepper for you? No? Any pepper here?
No. Oh. Oh. I'm a.
Is coming, Fast and Furious.
I'm
no
okay.
fear, Johnson will be here.
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. But that looks lovely, Paul, doesn't it? What sauce is that?
I think she said it was called Bernard.
Bernard sauce.
Bernays. Oh, Bernays.
So the desserts have arrived and I've gone for this. I'm stuffed so I can't eat any more, but Paulie's got baked Alaska, which he's just used his photographic genius talents.
I always like the thought of baked Alaska more than I like. Oh, it looks fantastic.
More than I like eating.
It's
Look at that,
aesthetically
though.
very pleasing to the eye.
It is. Unfortunately, they don't do the parades anymore, well, at the moment, because of the COVID times we're in, but that is pretty awesome, isn't it?
But I'm sure this is the plate I have my steak on, because that's exactly the same pattern my gravy made.
So I've been out on the deck waiting to get some good sunset shots. Just because I love a sunset, but it's so windy and so cold. But here's a tip: if you are outside in a cold English weather, as we always get, then find the grain sun deck area and find this area here. And what happens is this is full of hot air. Oh! So I stand here, I get nice and warm. And I go back out and take another shot. But I've managed to get a few, so I hope you enjoy these that I've taken. But yeah, this is a good spot.
Tonight's entertainment kicked off with the Princess Fountain Show. Unfortunately, due to the very high winds, this was quickly cut short. A big thank you to Ken Goes Cruising, who captured this footage and has given us permission to use it.
So we're back in Crooner's Bar, which is one of our favourite spots, isn't it, Paulie Morgan?
There you go.
And we're here to wait for AJ Clark coming on, which I think John's quite excited about.
Yeah, very big fan. I think he's absolutely amazing.
We've had a good time, haven't we?
We've had a wonderful time. He plays my kind of music. And, well, it's just sheer joy. And
Yeah.
the cruise has been just sheer joy.
Been great to be at sea again, hasn't it, John?
Couldn't agree with you.
Yeah. Sadly, it's nearly over, isn't it?
Well, last night, but you know.
The day ain't over yet, Curly.
The truth. Good old Maggie's back there. We'll meet, I know we'll meet.
It's a video.
Can you see what it is yet?
Crooners was definitely our favourite spot on the ship, and our experience was enhanced even more by our excellent waitress Christina, who looked after us throughout the cruise. Right then.
So we're just about to get off. We just had our last breakfast, which was again great, wasn't it? Great service. Must admit, we were just talking about the service we've received on Princess Cruises, and we've got to know quite a lot of the staff, which we hadn't on the previous couple of cruises, had we?
No.
And so it's just been very personable. It's been lovely. Well, superb. There have been a couple of times at the Crooner Bar where they've been run off their feet, so a few more feet on the floor, I think, would do the. It would
Yes.
help. However, all the service that we've got has just been absolutely superb. So, so thank you, Princess. We've had a great time on the Regal, haven't we? So,
To sum up, we've had a fantastic time. Staff's been great, food's been great, entertainment's been great.
we haven't, to be fair, if you've been following us for a while, we haven't done many of the shows, and the reason for that is that we've been travelling with Paul's dad, who's got COPD, so he finds wearing a mask really quite difficult. And sitting in a theatre where you have to wear a mask for, well, it's 45 minutes, but realistically, when you're in and out, it's about an hour, isn't it? He found too difficult on the first night, so we haven't done that. But we've been listening to all the music around the lounges, and your dad's loved it, hasn't he?
Yes.
It's been lovely having John and Jan with us and just seeing the joy in his face.
Yes.
Particularly shout out for AJ Clark, because he's been fantastic in Crooners, hasn't he?
Crooners, yeah.
So yeah, so that's it. That's a wrap for Regal Princess. But let me show you this, because we're back in Southampton and there's a ship docked just down here that we're getting on next week. So if you look down there, I don't know if you can see, just there is the Iona. So first cruise is going out tomorrow, I believe, or even maybe later today. Must be later today. It's later today, isn't it? And then you can also see there's the Morella ship as well there, which is a fantastic company that we've cruised with and we'll be cruising again in the future. And look at this extended balcony. They're doing a huge clean of all the balconies. So yeah. So thanks so much for following our little adventure on the Regal Princess. Loads more cruising content coming soon, so watch this video next.
Yes.